I literally jumped out of a plane. Here's the story of why. The story begins way back in the month of May. May was a pretty chill month, you know? I was doing SOS. I was making videos, just chilling, getting ready for VidCon in June, you know? Normal Mog Swamp things. I get a Discord DM from none other than my friend Wumba. We were talking about, for his next video, he wants to go skydiving in the video. He invited me to come with him, okay? He goes, there's massive short potential there. You know me, content brain. I'm like, okay. He's right. I gotta make a short about this. I still have to. So I messaged back. I could be convinced. I've wanted to do it and just not had a reason. Just gotta conquer the fear. Like, it's one of those things where I never knew anybody who wanted to go with me. And it's like, in theory, I wanted to do it before I died, you know? But then when it comes to actually doing it, that's a whole other story. So I was like, yeah, I could be convinced, but like, I wasn't really taking it too seriously. I was thinking about the shorts, but yeah, massive short potential is the modern day do it for the vine, literally. I was like, you know, maybe. He goes, well, the fear is the reason to do it. You won't be able to build up to it. That's one of those things you just gotta do. I'm like, yep, just gotta lock and load. But I didn't lock and load.
4 to 6 weeks later.
I let about 4 to 6 weeks go by. So then I get this message. Early July, Sammy and I are skydiving. Join us. Now, all of a sudden, it's not some theoretical thing. He is literally saying like, it's time to go skydiving. So I'm like, okay, now it's getting a little bit more real. So I say, all right, once I get back from VidCon, let's figure it out. I can't believe I'm gonna jump from a plane. Cause at this point, this is like 5 days before VidCon. I'm like, I'm just gonna worry about this when I get home. I can't even think about this right now. So I go to VidCon, I have a great time. It's awesome, but then I come back and he's asking me how skydiving on the 9th sounds. And I'm like, oh my God. It makes me want to throw up, but I'm free that day, lock in. Suddenly, there is less than a week and I'm actually locked in to go skydiving. I get back from VidCon, he messages me like a couple days later, in less than a week I'm going skydiving. I'm like, okay, that is a lot to take in at once. Like I knew that this has been coming, but I wasn't sort of expecting it to approach this fast. So I'm up at night. I'm thinking about this all week long. It is just all I can think about at night before bed. And every day I try to get outside. I try to do a little bit of bike riding or running, working out. And Texas has these beautiful, gorgeous, billowing clouds. And every day I'm riding my bike and I'm just looking up at the sky and I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering what it's gonna be like to be up there, not attached to anything. Just up there, just me. It's a lot to think about. So I start watching videos. I watch Tommy Innett's skydiving video. I watch Ludwig's skydiving video. I watch Will Smith's skydiving video. Then I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. You know, I'm watching Colin and Samir from 5 years ago. It's only got 70,000 views and I'm like, I'm watching all the videos I can. Honestly, the videos are helping. People are making it look really fun. And the more videos I watch, the more I'm like, look, I don't have to actually do anything. I just have to go up there and strap myself to another human and I'm along for the ride. It's like getting on a roller coaster. I have no responsibility. Maybe I can do this after all. Before I know it, it is the day of and we're going skydiving. So Wumba and I meet up and we start carpooling there.
What do we say?
Yo,
we're in the car together. We are currently driving to the place. How do you feel?
scared.
Yeah.
I was scared. But I was just kind of like trying not to think about it. Just keep it in the back of my mind. Because like, it just doesn't feel real. It just doesn't feel real until you're actually there. And so like, you know, when you're driving on the highway, it's hard to imagine that you're about to be up in the sky.
Dude, the clouds are so cool.
We're gonna be above those.
I know.
Beautiful day. We meet up with King Samalot, who is currently doing a huge subathon, the Samathon. He's doing the skydiving as part of his subathon, so he's streaming. So it's Wumba, it's myself, Sammy and his brother, and then we met up with this guy, Minecraft Biker, who is a fan of both Wumba and I. Minecraft Biker's been skydiving a bunch of times before, so he was like sort of the expert of the group. He's like, you know, I think he's a veteran. He, you know, rides a motorcycle. He's got full arm sleeves. Minecraft Biker's like an actual tough guy. Like I'm around him, I'm like intimidated because like he's gonna be doing barrel rolls out of the plane. You know what I mean? So I don't want to look stupid in front of him. Dude, look at that power dap, by the way. Look at this power dap. Sammy and I, boom. Just a satisfying A satisfying greeting. It's Wamba's idea to meet here at this bar, like taco place bar and grill to get lunch. This is like an hour before we're supposed to go skydiving. I'm like, hell no. I have digestion issues, dude. I am not eating a thing. So everybody's like making fun of me and teasing me in this restaurant because I'm not ordering or eating a single thing. But I'm like, dude, like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have the runs all over my tandem instructor. It would be a horrible situation. You know, we're meeting up, we're having fun. Sammy asked to stream how I'm feeling. This is a little snapshot of where my head's at.
How do you feel, Eric?
Definitely not.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Head empty, no thoughts. That was kind of my mindset all day. If I could just push off the fear and push off the reality that I had to do this for long enough, eventually the window where I would actually be scared would be really small, right? It would just be me on the plane having to jump out. Like, that's a very small window. So I wanted to push off the fear for as long as I could.
Where is the plane?
We're approaching the skydiving place.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
And this is what we see when we're driving up. We see just like, this is the, what are we doing here? This is what they put out in front of their skydiving place, just a crashed plane. Looks like it just fell out of the sky. I'm like, that's great. Thank you for this harbinger of death. I am so excited to go skydiving now. Just the juxtaposition of like, oh yeah, this is you having so much fun in the sky, or this also could be you in a burning wreckage on the ground after our plane just falls out of the sky. So that was great. That was really fun to see. Love to see that. We roll into this place.
Excited.
And right away on the TV, they've just got video of people falling out of the sky. I'm ahead of Wamba and Sammy. I went in just slightly ahead of them to do my paperwork because I'm business mode. I'm just straight up like, I'm not here to have fun. I'm not here to like joke around. I'm here to sign the papers, watch the video, and jump out of the plane. There's no screwing around here. Do you get where my mindset is? So I went ahead of these two. They're like lollygagging, loitering around, having fun. I was like, I booked it to the desk to do the paperwork, okay? So the first people I see when I walk in are these three young ladies who had just gone skydiving, and they're watching back their video on the TV of them just going. And then this girl says something that makes me feel a lot better.
Is it your first time? Oh my God. I booked it for a second one.
Yeah, I don't know if you just heard what she said, but she went skydiving for the first time, immediately booked it for a second one. Immediately booked a second one. So I was like, okay, you know, like if she can do it, you know, like no shade to her. I'm sure she's a strong, amazing person, way braver than I am. But at the same time, I could recognize that, you know, we both enjoy a little pumpkin spice latte in the fall. And so if she could do it, I could do it. So I'm feeling a lot better about it. And I go into this desk, and this place is just straight up a DMV. Like, this place just looks like the DMV. This is a photo of a DMV. This is all you need to imagine. And I'm like, this feels weird. Like, why does it look like the place where I go to get my license taken, except they're handing me paperwork that's like, yeah, you might die and you can't sue us. Yeah, the equipment's gonna fail probably, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I'm like, what is this? Like, this is the death DMV, the DMV of death. That's what it felt like. I'm literally reading over this paperwork. It's like, yeah, you could just fall and die or get like seriously maimed and you just can't sue us, okay? Bet? And I was like, okay, sounds good. Kind of a scary document to sign. So then I meet this character, this OG, Bill Books or something, like Bill Booth, I think his name is. So he's like the inventor of the whole sport. And I guess anybody who goes skydiving needs to see this man. He is like, imagine if skydiving is a bridge, this man is the troll under the bridge, who you have to speak with him and solve his riddle in order to actually pass the test and go skydiving. They usher us into a room. We're all sitting down in chairs, and it's just like a little CRT on like a wheelable stand. Like it's, you know, driver's ed or middle school, and you're watching some sort of documentary. I remember in Spanish class, my Spanish teacher was really lazy, so she would just put on like Shrek in Spanish and call it a day. I didn't learn anything. Lo siento, senora, for exposing you. This guy is the troll that I need to solve the riddle of in order to go skydiving. And basically it's just a video where he's like sitting there with his long ass wizard beard just staring into your soul, and he's like, tandem skydiving is really fun, but the equipment fails. Things go wrong. This is extremely dangerous. you will die guaranteed. And I'm like, stop it, Bill. Why are we doing this? I just signed the paperwork that said I was gonna die for sure. Like, you don't need to just rub it in my face, okay? Like, just stop it. So anyways, I pass his troll riddle, I pay the troll toll, and we're able to hang out for a little bit. We've got a little time before it's actually time to go skydiving. And it is a hot day. They're all trying to go outside and play cornhole. I don't know if you can tell here, I'm having a bad time. It is like 105 degrees. I'm sweaty. I just want to go back into the air conditioning. I'm not trying to be out here and think about all those clouds that I need to fly up into. But I will say, me and Minecraft Biker absolutely trounced Wumba and Sammy in a big way. And so that made it all worth it. But then something truly horrifying happened. I witnessed, I kid you not, the single biggest spider I have ever seen in my life.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
This is real footage.
No, don't do it. It's gonna jump on you.
That is so big.
I have never seen anything like this.
Are we in Australia, bro? What is that?
An absolute spawn of Satan.
Look at the web. The web is
A monster from another realm.
That's why it's called a zipper spider. You want to put your finger
And look at this brave man doing things that I could not. He's putting his hand in front of it to show apparently it's a zipper spider. The web's in the shape of a zipper, and he's showing his hand for scale. This thing is massive. It's massive.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, now there's a.
That's like one of my favorite parts. A cricket flies up and just scares Sammy's mom who's filming. Here's my footage.
Biggest spider I think I've ever seen.
yeah. This is the biggest spider I've ever seen by far. That is crazy.
Look at him.
What is that, bro?
Oh, he's so yellow.
This is some sort of cricket or grasshopper mummy that it looks like a lamb leg. It looks like a mutton, but no, it's like a cricket that this guy is wrapped up. That was the zipper spider. So that passed some time. We played some cornhole. We saw the zipper spider, but then we got some news. Wumba had called the skydiving place ahead of time to ensure that Wumba, myself, Minecraft Biker, Sammy, and his brother, and the 3 camera packages we had ordered, all of those people would be able to go up in one plane. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. When we actually got there, they informed us they would, in fact, have to split the group up. Sammy and his brother Marcus ended up going on the plane before us. They went first. Wumba, Minecraft Biker, and I were going afterwards, okay? So we had some time. And honestly, I wasn't super happy about this. I wanted to go first. I wanted to get it over with because the anticipation was kind of getting to me. It was kind of killing me. I'd say the anticipation was probably the worst part of this whole experience. We're waiting outside, and this isn't actually footage of Sammy going, but this is footage of other people going down. And you can see it is really just gorgeous. I mean, you can see they're really tiny, but there's little parachutes. And suddenly I'm kind of getting pumped for this. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of looking nice. All of a sudden I'm imagining being up there amongst the clouds on that little parachute. This guy comes screaming down. Listen to the noise this makes. Makes a crazy whistling noise as they come in. And all of a sudden it was so graceful and fun, and it looked so freeing. And all of a sudden I'm getting really excited. And then we watch Sammy and Marcus go, and they have a blast. They come down, they're ecstatic, they're glowing, they're energetic. They can't stop talking about how fun it was. And suddenly I'm like, okay, I'm really excited. This is gonna be a good time. Like, maybe this doesn't have to be so scary. Like, the more videos I see, the more friends who have done it, the more I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. Sammy and Marcus go, we wait our turn. Finally, it's time for us to suit up. And suddenly the nerves are starting again. Because now I'm putting on the jumpsuit. And I'm talking to the instructor, and they're walking me through everything we're gonna do. So this is Wumba's guy. He said he'd been on 6,000 jumps. I got old Chrome Dome over here. I'm so sorry. That was so rude. And we're getting suited up. So I'm stepping into the harness. I'm getting all dressed. He's like, shoes on first. Wumba's posing for the camera. We're just being goobers. We're all having fun, getting dressed. This guy's loving it because Sammy's still streaming and he sees like, you know, 2,000 people in the chat. He's like, this is awesome. All of them were so cool about us being content creators and stuff. This is me practicing for arching my back, dropping out of the plane. We're getting ready. We're nervous. You can tell I've got some nervous energy. I'm going back and forth, you know, but I'm actually feeling pretty chill. It's still not real yet. We're not in the plane yet. These are the altimeters, the thing that's gonna show us how high up we are. Wumba's doing his heart rate monitor. He's at 120 BPM, not terrible, but the heart's starting to pump. When all of a sudden,
I don't want to. We got a big storm cell right out there, and it's coming this way. So we're gonna kind of watch it. Oh, it would be very ill-advised. Skydiving in a thunderstorm.
he said there's a big storm cell about 5 minutes out. It would be very ill-advised to be skydiving in a thunderstorm. But I'm a little confused, because I don't know if you saw this. This is how it looked like 5 minutes ago. So he's like, there's a storm cell. I'm thinking, what storm cell? What is he talking about? Okay, but I guess in this 12-minute clip of us getting our suits on, getting geared up, a lot can change in 12 minutes, especially in Texas, where things are very flat. We're like, okay, how bad can this be? We'll just go outside and check it out. Oh my God. Oh my God. The trees are rushing. The sky has turned dark. There is not a patch of blue left in this sky. I went inside for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, what happened? I woke up at 10 a.m. for this. 10 a.m. is early for me, okay? I woke up at 10 a.m. for this. I showered, I ate breakfast, I was out the door. We went to this bar and grill. We waited at this place for hours. Sammy and Marcus got to go. We were about to go. We were 7 minutes away from getting on the plane to go skydiving. And the storm rolled in and they called it. They said, there's no way. This storm's gonna last hours. This is a really intense thunderstorm. There's no way it's happening today. It's 4:30. I've just wasted an entire day. And I had just gotten back from VidCon like a week earlier. I'm stressed. I'm trying to release 500 Days in a couple weeks. If you haven't checked that out, go watch it, banger. I'm stressed. I can't afford to lose a whole day of time like this. So for whatever reason, the anticipation, all that buildup, all that excitement, all that nervousness, all that fear for nothing, it just set me off. I just got big mad. I was not happy. And you can see it on Sammy's stream. I'm the kind of guy where not a lot makes me angry, but when I do get angry, I just get angry. I got it from my dad, okay? So I just got big mad. You better tell him about the car horn on the way back. Wumba knows. I was fuming because then we drive home. The GPS says, oh, home in 4 minutes. I missed my exit, home in 18 minutes. We were so close. I missed my exit. They're doing construction on the exit, on the next exit. And so the one I missed, I had to hit that exit. I had to hit it. I just added 15 more minutes of driving through construction. So then I'm trying to merge into a lane. Dude is just stopping traffic. 2 lanes of traffic have come to a standstill because bro is just trying to merge and nothing's happening. No one's letting him in. He's just stopping 2 lanes of traffic. Wumba can attest to this. I just lost it. It was too much for me. It was too much. A whole day of buildup, all for nothing, then missing my exit, or watching the GPS time just go up by 15 minutes, and now this clown sitting in the middle of the road, I just laid on the horn for 15 seconds. Beep. Wumba's sitting next to me in the passenger seat like, beep. I'm sorry, I rage. I'm sorry, I'm human, okay? I'm human. But here's what we did. We devised a plan, okay? Wumba lives well over an hour away. Minecraft Biker lives far away. We don't want to reschedule this skydiving for weeks from now. We just want to get it over with. So you know what we're gonna do? Slumber party! That's right. we flew up the air mattress. We got snacks, and Wamba and Minecraft Biker stayed over. We had a big slumber party. We watched Christopher Nolan's movie, The Prestige. Great movie. We had snacks. We had Torchy's tacos. Big mistake, by the way. We're just chilling. We're having fun. We're having slumbies. We go to sleepies, and it's Sleep G and EP. But then... But then we wake up the next day. I remember that we have to go skydiving this morning. The only time they had was like 9 a.m. So we're up at like 8 a.m. This is the earliest I've been awake in like 2 years. So I'm like, crusty. Oh God, I need coffee. Everything's bad, I feel bad. The Torchy's tacos were so spicy, they went right through me. I've got bad digestion. I'm waking up, everything hurts. I gotta drive for 45 minutes to get to the skydiving place, and then I'm gonna jump out of a plane? I'm barely awake. What is happening? We get coffee. We need coffee. I gotta have coffee to wake up. Horrible idea. All of a sudden, my heart is racing. My stomach feels the worst it has felt in a long time, and I'm sitting at this skydiving place, and I'm like, no, this is bad. All of the excitement, all of the happiness I was feeling yesterday, watching the people glide down, the beautiful sky, billowing clouds, it's gone. All that excitement is gone. Now it is pure coffee-induced anxiety and just running to the bathroom every 5 minutes. I don't know if I can do this, dude. I am not excited to go skydiving anymore. I am feeling sick. Like just straight up bad. Coffee and tacos, average Texas diet, yes, and it kills me. I'm having a bad time. Wamba and Minecraft Biker can tell. I mean, these guys are like early birds, so they're fine, they're chilling, having a great time. I'm suffering. I go to the bathroom like 10 times. Finally, I go to the bathroom on like my 5th visit. It's too much. I'm thinking about falling out of the plane. I'm thinking about being up there. It all comes out. All the coffee, the talk, it comes out. I don't know why I'm throwing up in every single one of these story times, but I lost it. I barfed it. I biffed it. But it saved my life because after I threw up, all of a sudden, I'm feeling $1 million. All of the nervousness, the heart pounding, the sweatiness, it's gone. And the excitement is starting to come back. I'm starting to feel a little bit better.
Eric, how you doing today?
What's up, man? I'm nervous. I'm excited.
Why? What are we doing in here?
We're skydiving. We're jumping out of planes.
Awesome.
I don't know why.
Are we celebrating anything today? Is any special occasion?
I'm here to prove one thing and one thing only. I'm here to prove that the Earth is super flat. It's not a globe. When we're up there, I'm gonna prove to everybody. I'm gonna
all right. Sounds good, sounds good.
His face when I said this, he was like, oh God, it was pretty funny. He hit me with the, huh? It was pretty great. So I say I'm there to prove that the Earth was actually super flat. He's not getting it. He's like, I don't know what the heck that means. I just, my buddy's going. My buddy Wamba invited me to go, so, you know, if he can do it, I can do it.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Do you know how fast are we going to freefall?
I heard it's like 9.8 meters per second squared or something. Is that science class?
Something like that. Yes.
Terminal velocity? I don't think that's right, by the way. I don't know. I don't know how science works.
Yes, sir. And are you pulling the parachute?
No. I was like, buddy, you can pull the parachute. I'm just gonna be taking it all in. Yeah, homie was like, do you wanna pull the parachute? It's easy. We're gonna teach you how to do it. I'll tap your shoulder. I was like, hell no. No, N-O, no. You do that. That is what I'm paying you for. What did I pay, like 250 bucks to come here and jump? You're making me pull my own damn parachute? That better be a $50 discount.
Is there anything you want to say to your family or friends before we jump?
Subscribe to Mog Swamp. That's all you need to know.
All right, sounds good. Let's have some fun. See you in the
let's
skies.
do it. Yeah. I do the interview. I kid you not. 60 seconds later, they're whipping the plane around. And I need you guys to understand this is not sped up. They whip this plane. They whip it, okay? This thing's got 2 propellers. That's it. That's what's gonna get us up there in the sky. Two of those little propellers is a noisy plane. It's noisy, okay? You can hear it. They're zooming in on the big danger sign on my back. All of a sudden, this is real. All of a sudden, this is real, dude. We're freaking getting on the plane. This is the part that I was most nervous for out of the entire experience. But now the sky is clear. Nothing can stop us. There's no way that it's gonna get canceled again. The plane is literally taking off. We're going down the runway. We're starting to go up. And this is, this is when it starts feeling really real, man. I can't lie. This cold feeling kind of washing over me. Let's go back, hold up. Right here, there's a moment. There's some apprehension behind these eyes, dude. I've passed the point of no return. We're going up. And we're going up, 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 and I've got this altimeter on my wrist, and they're like, okay, we're gonna jump at 14,000 feet. Right now we're at like 500 feet, okay? I don't think you guys understand. 14,000 feet is high up, dude. This right here, this is like halfway. This was like the halfway point. This is like 7,000 feet. And I guess there were some jumpers who just needed parachute time at the instructors. So all of a sudden, we're like only halfway up. This guy just yeets himself out of the plane. I'm sitting right there. Do you see this? Where did he even come from? Oh, wow. Look at the scenery. Whoa, whoa, huh? Huh? I watch him disappear, and then this guy comes up, and he just kind of like, what was that? That was the clumsiest thing I've ever seen. He just kind of like lets go and like in the most awkward way, and then he's just gone. I was like, oh my God, what am I actually doing right now? Like, that's when it became so freaking real, dude. We're only halfway up, but you'd think it would be scary being at this height and knowing that you're only halfway up. Really, it was a comfort because I was like, whew, I still got a few minutes. I don't have to do anything yet. I just want to show you guys me going out of the plane from Wamba's perspective, okay? I was the first one to go. We get up to about 12,000 feet. Now, they told us it was gonna be 14,000 feet, but I guess there was cloud cover above us, so they couldn't go to the full 14,000 feet. So I'm looking at my altimeter, it only says 12,000, and the guy's tapping me on the shoulders like, time to go. And I was like, but we have two more, maybe? Maybe there's 2 more 1,000 feet to go? And he's like, nope, it's time, buddy. Start inching forward. And so I start scooting forward. I start scooting on this little bench. Turns out these benches are just like cushions in the plane. They're not attached to anything. So this whole cushion starts sliding out the freaking plane. And I'm like, oh my God. Suddenly it's just like, it's so scary. The door is wide open. I'm on a plane with the door wide open. Never done that before. It feels wrong. So here we are, we're inching forward. We turn around. I'm just focused on doing what he tells me, to be honest. I'm not even like really that nervous. I'm nervous, but I'm just focused on listening to this guy's instruction. I'm so business. I'm kind of dissociating a little bit. Like, I am just focused on doing what the person is telling me to do. He's like, scooch up, I scooch up. He's like, crouch down, I crouch down. I turn around. He's right here. It's time. There's no looking back. So I say goodbye, and there I go! That's me! That's me going out the plane! So here's the footage from the cameraman. The cameraman was right in front of me. So once we got to height, I got to watch these two guys go. They made it look super cool. Then the cameraman grabs onto the plane. He's hanging on to the outside of the plane. This is me scooching forward. He says, you gotta scooch up. I scooch up, I'm crouched down. Okay, I make the soy face. I did that on purpose. I did it for like the thumbnail, even though my hair was in my face, so it didn't make a good thumbnail. I wanted like a good like, oh, you know, but my hair go, it's the thought that counts. I make my pog face, but then I stop acting for the camera. This is the face, this is the real face. This is the real true inner feelings. I say bye, I wave bye. He goes 1, and we're out. Just 1 pump is all I get. This first 3 seconds, one of the most magical, most disorienting few seconds of my entire life. Because we're sideways, and I just can't figure out where I am. I look to my right, and I see the plane getting smaller and smaller. I look to my left, and I see the earth miles away from me. And I look up and down, and all I see is the endless expanse of sky. And I am like, my brain, it does not compute. I'm like, where are we right now? It's a little overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a crazy feeling. Then he throws out this like guiding parachute. What this does is it stabilizes you. It's just a little stabilizer. So now we're in like the nice upright position. He taps me, which means I can put my hands out, and now I've got my hands out, and now I can just soak it all in. I am truly just soaking it all in, and I'm looking around. You can see me, I say, what is happening? What is happening? Ah, let's freaking go. And guys, in this moment, there is zero fear in my body, dude. I am so free. Being all the way up here, it just doesn't feel real. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. 180-mile-an-hour wind rushing against my face. My lips are instantly dry. The cameraman comes over. He daps me up. He's like, what's good, homie? We dap each other in midair. We do the midair dap. I'm like, what's up? Look at this. Look at his camera skills, by the way. You're gonna see his perspective, or the other perspective in a sec, because there's a GoPro right on this guy's wrist. We dap each other up. Oh, look at that. I just can't stop doing these because it's so hardcore. I wave goodbye, pull the parachute, yoink. You see my feet go up? It's quite the yoink. And then this guy pulls his parachute. Crazy good camera work. Shout out to the homie. Listen to him. Woo-hoo-hoo. Here's the other perspective, okay? This is the GoPro strapped to his wrist, all right? So here we are, right at the door. You can see one and jump. And we're out. Look at this. Look at the plane getting further away. It's so bizarre to see it just disappear. And this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of what I mean. You can kind of see the disorientation that I'm talking about from this. Like, this is the view I had. Just endless sky, the earth miles to my left, the plane getting smaller and smaller away to my right. It is a very, very strange, disorienting state of being. But then the stabilizer comes out, we stabilize. I'm freaking out. I had just been super sunburned on the 4th of July, like less than a week before, so please don't pay attention to my peeling forehead. This is the cameraman. He comes up. Look at how bizarre this is. The dude, so like I'm trying to figure out, how is he getting this shot, right? Watch this camera work. He goes far away. Now he does a big spin and he comes back in. I'm like, how is he doing that? Turns out all the cameraman is doing is just dabbing. He just hits a sick dab. He just hits a sick dab and flies away. I'm like, is that really how it works? Are you kidding me? That's how you do that? He's filming me and then he just goes, see ya, homie. Like, what? Bro just hits a fat dab and then comes back. Look, in a few seconds, he comes back for more. I'm just having fun. Look at me, I'm just taking it all in, grinning. Here, I closed my mouth for a second because the wind was just drying out my whole mouth. So I was just like, I'm just gonna close my mouth because I could breathe fine through my nose from up here. But then the dude comes back. So I was like, yo, I had to play it up for the camera again. Dude comes back. We dap each other up. Then he taps me to say wave goodbye and pulls the chute and bagoink. There we go.
Dude, nice!
So then your ears pop when you're falling because you lose altitude so quick. So I had to blow out my ears real quick.
All right, I got my ears popped. I'm feeling good, dude. Yeah. Holy moly, that was the craziest feeling I've ever felt.
It really was, dude. This might have been my favorite part of the whole experience. We are just gliding down. The first fall took about 50 seconds to go from about 12,000 feet to 5,000 feet in 50 or so seconds. So it is so fast. You know, 5 seconds of me being disoriented, not knowing where I am, then another 45 seconds of falling, saying hi to the cameraman, just taking it all in, and then bam, the chute is pulled and we're gliding down. And honestly, this part is my favorite part. Look at the grin on my face, because up here, I'm snug. The straps are fitting so snug. I'm attached to this guy. He's gliding. He's giving me the straps so I can control the parachute. I feel in control. I feel safe. And I'm just having a good time now. I mean, look at this view.
We're going down. It takes so long to get up there. Yeah. Yo, like and subscribe to Mogslop.
Had to hit the plug.
I knew the world was super flat. I knew it.
Look, you can tell. I was right. I was right. He laughed awkwardly, even though he definitely doesn't think that's funny. It was time to come back to Earth. We're getting closer and closer to the ground. It's actually amazing how fast we're going down. I was very surprised by that because it takes so long. It takes like 15 minutes to get all the way up there in the plane. And then you're down in like 2 minutes. It's crazy. Here we come, coming in for the landing. He tells me to stick my feet up. So I get those feet up like a little landing gear, and we're in. Nice and gentle. So, time for the interview. How was I feeling in the moment?
Welcome back.
Hey, I'm back on Earth.
How was it?
It was amazing, dude. It was so fast. I want to do it again, but in slow motion. I'm glad I got the video.
Nice, nice. What was your favorite part?
Honestly, I think the parachute, just because I could take more of it in. The fall was so fun, but it was just so short. I want like 10 more of those.
Yeah, that's why we have to do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Because with the parachute, I could actually see everything. It was great.
Nice,
But, yeah.
nice.
Also, being upside down when we first went out, that was crazy. That was a crazy feeling. I was like, where am I?
Nice, nice. All right, thank you so much for trusting us and for playing here in Spain, Las Amacos.
Hey, I trust this
See you
guy
next
with my
time.
life after this.
Yeah, buddy, great job.
I already did.
Oh, and then the most awkward watch. We dap, but then he's trying to do something with my straps. I don't realize that. I think he's trying to extend this handshake. I think he wants more than just the initial dap. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Awesome job, guys.
Oh, caught on camera for the world to see. Come on, no, not like this, dude. Oh, the first thing I do on land is flub a handshake.
Guys.
I can't. Get it out of here. Career over, legit. We went home after that, dropped Wumba off. I went back to work. Things that surprised me from the entire experience. Number one, it's addicting. I cannot stop thinking about skydiving. I want to go so freaking bad again. And actually, my grandfather was a commercial pilot, but he ended his career flying planes for a skydiving company. And I think it would be so cool to memorialize my grandpa by doing a jump with that same skydiving company. Maybe I'll jump again. If I do, I will say I probably won't do it in Texas. It was fun, but Texas is very flat. A lot of farmland, pretty boring looking. I would love to go again in like Hawaii or Florida or somewhere with ocean and beautiful colors, beautiful things to see. That being said, I might go at the place my grandpa flew for. Number two, it wasn't as big of an adrenaline rush as I initially thought it might be. And that might surprise you. It was a crazy big adrenaline rush, but it was like, I've had a lot of different levels of adrenaline in my life, okay? There's a certain level of adrenaline that's bad. Like when I hurt my shin or when I almost get into a car crash, for example, if I have like a close call on the road, which happens occasionally. That will get your heart pumping in a crazy intense way that feels pretty bad. Like you get overloaded with adrenaline. When I injured my shin, similar thing. Like it was so much adrenaline that like you're shaky and you can't feel pain and you're just like coked out of your mind basically on adrenaline. This wasn't that level. This felt more like a really, really intense roller coaster, but not as much as like a near-death experience. So that was a little bit of a surprise to me. I thought the adrenaline was gonna be like have me on edge for the rest of the day. Wasn't as big of an adrenaline rush as I initially thought it could be. The plane ride. The plane ride honestly wasn't bad as I anticipated. I thought the plane ride was going to be the worst part by far, and it probably was. That was probably the moment I felt the most nervous, but I wasn't as nervous as I thought. I think I've been more nervous to go on stage for a theater production than I was on that plane about to jump out. There's something about being on a plane that feels so safe and secure for me because I've flown so many times in my life, and it just didn't feel like a big deal. Even when the door got opened, I just felt very stable and very like I wasn't gonna go anywhere. The first 3 seconds were by far the craziest. This surprised me as well. I didn't really think about the part where the stabilizing parachute hasn't gone out yet, and the fact that you're just kind of tumbling and there's no up and down. That was really, really crazy and crazy disorienting for me, but really cool. And I wanna experience that again. I would love to go skydiving again and not have to pull the stabilizing parachute so soon. Another thing, the parachute was way more fun than I expected. I actually thought that the parachute ride itself was going to be my least favorite part because the fall itself looked really fun in all the videos. The parachute part looked a little bit scary, you know, like because gravity's applying to you again and there's only you in this harness and you're way up there and like what if the parachute folds or whatever, but honestly, it felt so secure and so fun, and it was much slower, so I could really take in all of the surroundings. The parachute was my favorite part. Lastly, I realized I'm not the main character. I realized that when you go skydiving, you almost feel like everybody should really care about it and like the whole world should stop because you've just gone through this crazy, crazy experience. And it's kind of funny dropping out of a plane and then driving home and everything's just how it was and everybody's just going about their day like nothing happened because nothing did happen. You know, like I'm not the main character. I'm only the main character of my own story. In summary, life is short. Don't let fear conquer you. You should be the one conquering fear. If there's something like this that you want to do before you die, you should go out there and do it. I have zero regrets. In fact, I might even do it again. Like I said, life is short, man. Go do the things you want to do before it's too late. Go out there, write down some goals, start checking off your bucket list items, dude, because it's easy to put off this stuff forever, but it's just as easy to get started today on knocking everything off your bucket list and living your full life and becoming the best version of yourself that you want to be. Skydiving was not like some profound life-changing experience for me, like some people claim it is for them. I don't think I'm gonna go through some sort of crazy metamorphosis, some sort of crazy mental transformation, but I did get a lot out of it in that it taught me that I can do anything. It taught me I can do anything that I set my mind to. Time and time again, I've proved that to myself with my YouTube channel, with other goals in my life, and now with this, and I plan to keep doing that and keep proving it to myself, and you guys can do that too. Thank you for listening to my skydiving story. This has been a Mog Swamp story. Now, any questions? My bucket list is doing a water bucket clutch from 60K blocks IRL. You can do it. You can do it. How did it feel? It felt... There is no stomach drop feeling. I think that surprises a lot of people. I watched a lot of videos that told me there wouldn't be, so I knew not to expect one. Because on a roller coaster, there are changes in acceleration. That's where you get that stomach drop feeling. Whereas in the plane, you're already going so fast that when you drop out, there's no real change in acceleration. There's only a change in the vector or the direction of your movement. And so there's no great stomach drop feeling the same way you would get on a roller coaster. It was kind of just like being hit with a bunch of wind, a feeling of weightlessness. Was the air thin at all? I did not notice any difference in my ability to breathe. If I had stayed up there for a while or done like some sort of physical activity, I probably would have noticed it, but I did not notice the air being thin at all. And it actually wasn't even that cold either. It's probably like 30, 40 degrees up there, but with the jumpsuit on and stuff, I was like cozy. I didn't even really notice. I think my mind was just on other things. Can you tell us about your bucket list? I don't know what's left, man. That was a really, really big one for me. I mean, there's a lot of places in the world that I want to go. There's some goals that I have in terms of starting a family. But those aren't really like bucket list items. Those are more like life goals. So I don't know. I'd have to like sit down and like really think it through. I haven't written any down in a long time, and I've also done a lot of them now, to be honest. I think that was it. Thank you for listening to my story. Skydiving was really fun. I hope to do something like that again in the future. If you like this story, I've got plenty more stories for you. So hit subscribe and you'll see all the more swamp clips, VODs, everything I've got for you guys. Really excited about the second channel. Thank you for the support. Thanks for watching.